Okay, I have never played Idling to Rule the Gods before. If you're not familiar with how I do idle games, I tend to play like 4 or 5 of them at the same time. So if you watch the live split timer, whenever I switch off this game, from your perspective, if you're watching in the future on YouTube, it's just going to cut to the next clip that I'm stitching together. It'll be me leaving the game to go play the other games and then coming back to it after it's idled for a while. So just that's how it's working. But I don't know anything about this other than it's an idle game. Choose your character. Be the default. Avatar is now different. You can unlock parts with avatar points. A one-time bonus of 500 avatar points. Okay. This is a very long-term game. Your god automatically creates clones at the start. With clones, you can train your physical ability and skills. Increases your attack and defense. Okay. Start game. Accept the terms. Okay. Haven't seen an idle game that has me accept terms before. Accruing HP. Pretty sure if you watch the VOD, you can do that, yeah. Nice, now you will become stronger. Almost everything in the game has tooltips. Mouse over game elements to see them. They might give you useful infos. You notice a glowing icon in the top left. You can find your god power there. With god power, you can improve many things. You earn it from defeating gods. Buy more creating speech first, up to around 235%. Okay, this game is that kind of a game. I see. You are creating shadow clones. Is this just a thing I'm just playing as a character who makes shadow clones? I love games like this that are like, I am not at all interested in onboarding you into my world. Double punch. Like assigning clones to fight. Start with 200 plus clones, 20k plus physical and mystics. I guess we don't want to spend any clones on that. Change creation. Okay, so like, I guess I start with the ability to make different kinds of clones. I'm like a potential god, but I already have like demigod powers because I can make a bunch of clones that I can then go assign to do things for me idle, I guess is the idea. So I'm training running, capped at 165 clones. So I can go ahead and cap it with all the clones that I've already assigned to try to get my level up as much as possible. And I guess the reason I don't have as many clones is because a bunch of them died fighting this slime who's just like annihilating them. They're all really bad at it. Fight the gods. You can earn god power and a Baal power after defeating Tyrant Overlord Baal. Of course. It was so obvious. HP 35 million. Okay, so I'm probably not going to be fighting a single god in today's episode. There was once a lone shadow clone. It didn't want to work together with the other shadow clones. Is this like a reset kind of a thing? Double punch into level 1000. Slime attacked it. Okay, so this is like a more attentive, like regular JRPG instead of it all being represented in a macro state everywhere else. This is like following a single character. Maybe it's just like a fun optional thing to watch, I suppose. Enemies drop stuff. Okay, I think I get the basic idea. Simulates the battle for 24 hours and gives you information about kills, XP, and drops. Okay. Clone defeated this much stuff. You gain levels. Dead 23% of the time. So that's nice. This kind of thing is like, it's part of a mod in Melvor. I played through all of Melvor without using any of the mods. But sometimes it would have been nice to be able to do that simulation to know whether I was going to die or not. Okay, and she's going to gain some XP, and she's going to keep searching for new enemies over and over. I think I get it. Auto mode is on. This will automatically decrease the clones needed for trainings. Next skill training in 26 seconds. Manually fight to gain divinity or decrease the clones needed for trainings faster if you turn auto off. Double punch. So I could try to learn high kick as well. All these things I'm training them on make them better at things. And so it's what this is saying is that like every so often it's like looking at my idle clones and trying to like reassign them to things that are available. Seems like I should just always have auto on. Got rebirths. Here you can read the story. Year 9001, March, Planet Zeppelin. Okay, that's cool, Ravanon. That's what that does. Is it like, does this essentially work the way Melvor works, where when I come back to it, it's just going to like simulate the time that passed all at once instead of actually running in the background the whole time? Okay. This is a pretty silly game. Shadow clones will be created instead of the selected creation if they're not maxed already. So that'll matter once I defeat a god and can do something, but it sounds like I'm going to be doing a lot of this before I even get a chance to defeat a god, right? Running. Capped at 161 clones. Train your stomach muscles to withstand more blows. Using money. Game is idling your time away. This is the right button. Special offers with beautiful duration timers. Okay, well, I'm probably not going to be defeating any gods, so I probably need to worry about that. So I'm getting like achievements for getting to certain levels and different skills. Okay, now I also have dodge. It's important to learn how to dodge. Sure. I don't know that I understand why, like, when I click like plus, it just automatically assigns. I would expect it to be like one clone at a time. Maybe it's just assigning everything that I have. Because I don't want to like divide it among different things. Time to create 100 clones, 90 seconds. Got a lot of HP. How's the adventure going here? Adventure is in beta. What is adventure? A long-term minigame. One of your clones didn't want to follow your god and went on its own adventure in a different world. Okay. Guys got... So when it says start with 200 plus clones, 20k plus physical and mystic, it's so weird to just like put that in a tooltip and be like, yeah, this is when I balanced you to do this. It's like, what? Surprised there isn't like just like a basic enemy you can fight before that. So I probably need to idle for a bit and then come back and try that. And it does look like the auto assignment is trying to learn some of the other stuff automatically, so I don't have to pay too much attention to it. Top of the training menu, there's a clones to use. Oh, it's set to 100 right now? Okay. So that's why hitting plus has been just spending everything that I had. Right. Try to get everything up to a reasonable starting level and then swap off. So whatever they're doing under physical and skill, why are these associated? Are they, like, if they do push-ups, does that mean they're also doing dodges at the same time? sync in the upper right. What's the reason for wanting that? I don't know why it like defaults to that. Yeah, I guess I can have them fight some stuff, but it was weird that like the first enemy doesn't just like die instantly to when you first begin playing. There's a lot of stuff on the screen, Terranin. Okay. Zero battles per second with one. So you want to have at least 200 clones for this to do anything. Okay, and then once it gets kind of high, then they start actually doing damage to it. Do you focus trading on one side or the other? Okay, I'll try to set this up to the 200 clone amount, I guess. And then we'll alt-tab the next game. All but one clone will move to the next fight. If you only need one clone to fight a monster. At some point, your clones become so powerful that... I guess, like, they're saying, like... Do my clones ever die from doing this? From fighting monsters? I don't see where it shows the stats from them fighting. Battle power increases the damage you do. Creating power lets you create things faster. Yeah, it wanted me to find a thing to increase my creation skill, but like... Where do I go to increase that? Yeah, that makes sense. Add clones if defeated. Oh, okay, so this makes more sense now. So we're saying that, like, this is how many clones... This is how many slimes have defeated me, but my clones are getting defeated, and I have it set to automatically replenish them, so I can only do that with certain stats. I think I get it. Yeah, I see that it's making clones, but how do I, like, make myself better at making clones, right? It's... Create shadow clones or things from light to universes. Okay, sure. It said something about like there being a way for me to be faster at making them. This thing? Wait. So this is like microtransactions and this is... What the fuck? I thought this was a microtransaction menu. Yeah. Thank you. Just want confirmation that it's a lot. That's all I'm looking for here. Bonus creating. But that's only if I have unused god power. But I want to use my god power, right? We'll use up 29 god power. But so where am I getting god power from? That's only from defeating gods, right? So like, what do they... I gotta spend 20 god power to change my gender? Man, it's tough. This all seems like a bad usage of this, right? I mean, I probably want to increase creating speed if I can get to 29, but that involves me beating a god. So I guess I just want it set to bonus creating, so it's doing something. Since I don't have anything else that I can buy right now until I defeat a god successfully. Guy has 35 million HP. HP needed to survive a hit, 21,000. Does a 500% damage critical attack every 28 attacks. Okay. Get this up to the recommended amount of 200. And like, what is defeating these guys doing, right? Is it like training their stats somehow? Physical creating battle. Increasing my battle rating. By 100 per slimy. But it doesn't tell me how much battle I get per enemy killed, or does it? I guess it's because the battle amount I'm getting is lower than the amount per second that the developer is envisioning that I'm going to get once I get to like the mid game or something, so it doesn't even show me how much I'm accruing right now. Okay. It's a frog. It can croak and jump. I guess we want to be careful with over-assigning this stuff because every time I assign to combat, I'm losing my accruing clones. Because like the other activities don't spend clones over time, but this does. Shadow Fist, swimming. I wish I could see like the rate at which I'm losing clones. I assume that that's knowable somewhere. Health is needed when fighting gods. Increases the physical and creation power. HP recover per second. And so, like, is having more clones assigned to fight a monster decreasing the clone churn rate? Or is the frog, like, constantly doing AoE damage to all of them, right? Like, this game is really fascinating. Like, I think I can kind of, like, vibe out what the developer's going for. They're like, okay, you're like this, like, goddess who makes clones of herself, and the clones can all train their stats, and every time you make a clone, it's a reproduction of your base stats, which get very powerful over time, which make you able to do all these fancy things like fight gods, right? Got it. I get the basic idea. But the dev does not seem interested in, like, catching me up. It's like, yeah, you're making shadow clones. Come on. What's there to be confused about? So something happened here. The game decided that one clone was sufficient to train the easiest skill. Why did that happen? That's some kind of like autoplay thing, right? Automatically decrease the clones needed for trainings. So it's not going to like auto assign, but it's going to like free up clones to me once an activity gets so fast that I don't need that many clones assigned to it anymore or something like that. I'm going to get this up to 200 and then I'll check out the next game. Yeah, this much quality of life for people who know the game is very mysterious when you have no idea what's going on. Exactly. I feel like it would just go a really long way to be like, to gate most of this, right? I mean, there's already a lot of menus that are locked here, which is a good decision. Cap always sets it at a useful threshold. Yeah, right now I'm like churning through clones way faster than... Let's just dump these guys. I am burning clones faster than I'm able to spend them right now, right? Like that seems to be true. I see. So I'm not like over assigning. What do they mean by cap in this case? I was able to assign above the cap previously. That's like the like equilibrium optimal amount to assign or something. The enemy dropped an item. Okay, cool. This is funny to be running at the same time as the rest of the game. I guess we could try to fight this god really quick. I'm not going to have the health for it, right? So I can just hit stop. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Not fighting the god. Next at... Clones will be moved to the next element automatically if the level on the right input field is reached. Why does it default to 13,500? Is it like the developer figured out that that's like the optimal value for the math? Holy fuck. Yeah, yo dog, idle while you idle. This is crazy. I like idle games a lot. On the one hand, it's funny to me that Cookie Clicker is kind of a parody. Cookie Clicker and Progress Quest are kind of a parody of video games, right? It's supposed to be satire. And then a bunch of people saw that and said, no, this actually rules. Could I just have that, please? Like, unironically, not as a joke anymore. And I will play those games. I played, you know, many, many, many months of Melvor Idle and did everything in the game. So I like the genre. But this is the kind of game where it's like, okay, idle games were a mistake. It's time to stop. We went a little bit too far here, guys. Like, holy shit. I get the basic idea, but wow. Why is it like this? I feel like I've, like, not... I guess these are dying faster and faster the more battle I accrue, so maybe at some point I'm gonna break even again and start becoming net positive on clones. So all of my clone churn is because of fighting these slimes right now, right? Like, they're dying faster than I can replenish them. I'm capped on clones. Oh, this isn't how many clones. This is idle versus how many clones I have. So where do I go to increase my clone cap? Is that you have 1,000? Okay, so I need to be spending more of them then. I need to like be causing more of them to die. Is the problem that too many of them are assigned to these activities? I want to go somewhere where I can see, like, my total clones and how they're currently distributed, because I have, what, 200 plus, like, 300 is 500, 573, 574? Oh, but they're on these two screens, so this is 300, 400, plus 400 is 800, plus 200 is all of my clones being consumed. Okay, I think I understand. So if I set everybody to, like, 100... because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Then that's 600 clones across these two categories, plus 200 is 800, which leaves me 198 clones available. Okay, that's so fucking weird. I guess this is about to get to that 13,500 level, which we know is very important. I guess let's just pop this up to 200, and then we can start idling these things. Spend God power to increase my cap. And I can only get God power from defeating the god, who I'm not anywhere close to being able to beat yet. So maybe we just need to let this idle for a bit and get some clone power. Hey, look at that. Sit-ups hit the crucial 13,500 level. Why is it saying that like 13,500 is a good amount to defeat Hyperion or something? And then like the game already knows that? You start with 10, which I'm currently spending that 10 on this, right? I guess increase your speed. Why? Okay. We'll come back to this once I fight the guy. I think I just need to be like training on the... I should have more clone availability now. Oh, I guess it load balances when it drops this guy to 1, so it load balance up to push-ups. Okay, that's fine. And it'll just keep doing that until whatever the next thing is. That way it'll at least do something while I'm idle. All right, I think I get it. We'll come back to this one. All right, well, I've been gone for a really long time. This is a video game. See if I can kill this first god, maybe. Let's just give it a try. Fight Hyperion. Yeah, we're just annihilating him, no problem. You unlocked a new pet, a mouse. Not to confuse with the computer mouse, but don't underestimate it. This mouse can steal cheese faster than you can even look. Nice, you have now your first pet. You can let pets fight against your shadow clones, they will gain stats. Okay. Can also rebirth now. If you look on the left side of the rebirth button, you can see the left numbers are your current multipliers. When you rebirth, you get the right ones. Birthing resets a lot, but increases your multipliers. For the first rebirth, it is best if you wait at least an hour to get the full multipliers. Then you'll be able to see a big power improvement compared to your first rebirth. So should I rebirth? Okay. God power. I'm at 16 now. I need 29 for something significant. Okay. Green multis, you'll have higher starting values next rebirth than this rebirth. Okay, so like you can wait until it turns green and then you know that you're going to start better off than you started here. Okay, so we make light instead of shadow clones. So this will fail over to shadow clones, I guess, is the idea. How's this going? Monster Core. Research tab is unlocked. Okay. But I don't have any research points yet. Convert, upgrade. Okay, try not to think about this too much. I don't think I can equip anything here yet. None of the things I've gotten look like they're intended to be gear. Your adventuring clone wondered about the same and thought about modifying them. Crafting is now unlocked. Okay. Holy shit. All right, well now it's funny, right? If it's like ridiculously complicated, then I'm having a good time. Okay. Automatically convert equips you craft which are not your highest possible quality. And I'm leveling crafting from doing this, which is funny. Eventually, it'll realize I only need one clone to defeat a monster and move them on to the next one, I suppose. Okay. Just assume that this guy is going to kick my ass. No, I seem to be winning. From earlier idling. I really need to increase my max shadow clones. Need 25 to do that, and that's from killing gods. Okay. Does adventure not reset, I guess? Doing nothing and enjoying the break. Well, we don't want that to be the case. I guess the other items, it's like lets me select it, but I don't have the input item. Okay, I don't even know why it says start crafting if I don't have the input item for it. Let that go until it's done. Pet campaigns. Send your pets into campaigns. Select at least 2 of your pets. Pet stones? I get that they said that I could, like, have my monsters fight my pet. Where do I go to do that? Is that... Let them fight against clones. Okay. Normal versus dungeon stats. Evolve. Equip weapon. Equip armor. Can create clones make a clone of my mouse, or does this have them fight my mouse? Okay, I think I understand. Only have the one idle clone, right? And that's just like happening now that I've assigned it? Or no? Doesn't look like it's happening? Set? Oh, but you have to like click it at the end for it to be... Okay. This game is so weird, man. There, now they're doing something. Great. Okay. All right, so I beat a god. I now have 17 god power. Okay. Can I beat her? No. She's kicking my ass. Okay. Not at all. I probably need to fight the harder monsters here. I feel like I should be able to kill the slime with just one, right? And I'm not sure I really understand like what the I'm getting more and more battle with higher tier, more difficult monsters. Is this tab basically the same as this, like these two tabs? They're degenerate with each other. The only difference is that this causes clones to die at some rate that need to be replenished. Which right now I'm like barely replenishing, it looks like. I wish I could see the clone death rate somewhere. Did I accidentally pull my clones off of fighting this guy? What the fuck, man? The feeding bar has to be below 87.5% until you can feed mouse. Oh my god. So I guess I can rebirth now. Because that increases my max clones, right? Do I carry over this god power shit in between rebirths? Create light, create stone. Because it's not clear to me what creating light is doing for me. It's doing something, right? You can't see without light, so it's quite a useful thing to create. You need to build monuments later on, so it's useless to me right now. Same for stone. We want shadow clones until I get significantly further in the game. That's so wild that they like let me do this thing that's like not useful right away. All right, just for shits and giggles, let's see what happens when I rebirth, and I'll try to get to a point where I can AFK it after that. You still have clones left and your soft cap isn't reached. Well, that's just because of the changes I just made to the monsters. Gives multipliers to your rebirth stats? Holy fuck. Thanks, I hate it. That's that kind of like gigantic mistake averted problem, right? Just not fight the goblins since I can't really keep up with the cost, it seems like. Your cap on reset is based on clones who died. Of course it is. How silly of me to not realize that. Creation multi 3, rebirth gets multiplied with additional multipliers on the rebirth page. So how did you know that that means that this... So when I get to 3,000... Is this better? That sounds like that's the same number, right? 3 on rebirth gets multiplied with additional multipliers on the rebirth page. Is this like 3 plus 3 equals 6 total for when I rebirth? They all stack with each other. Okay. It's not clear from the UI, but... I want to like this game. I want to like what they're doing. I mean, I get it with all the different menus and having to level up to fight the god and get the new powers and make mountains and make light and make shadow clones and stuff and feed your pet. But this game does not seem interested in bringing me on board to like it. It just seems like a lot of bullshit. It's like I have to meet the developer significantly more than halfway, it feels like, to understand like what I should be going for, why I should be going for it, right? Achievements, increase your multipliers. Okay, so it's just like create a lot of the other stuff. So it's literally just, it's shadow clones, and then everything else is just like a threshold to hit to affect your next restart is why you would do all this other shit. Have excess clones, I guess. Guess I could tab out on it now while it's doing light. I feel like the information of like how many clones am I creating per second versus how many are dying per second Time till max. Time to create clones. Overview of where your clones are. So I can see how many are fighting monsters, but I don't know how many are dying to monsters. Like, that seems like incredibly crucial information that isn't anywhere that I can find. All right, I'm going to let this one sit, and hopefully we'll come back and get one of the light increases.